children of all ages. This is absolutely so funny. So, first of all, you guys watched my podcast yesterday when I called these toxic individuals out. So, Feck, I watched your live video, dude. You think that you're going to get somewhere saying that you are the victim. You know, Feck, you are the biggest narcissistic person in the eFed world. And I mean, I can actually back it up. You see, for years now, you have been the problem to the whole eFed community. I mean, let's go back and take a look, okay? I mean, dude, you are absolutely the most stupidest human being that ever existed in the eFed world. First of all, you go on your live and you say that another eFed company that's called me out. Dude, you sound like you came from the bottom crackhead of Cracktown. First of all, quit smoking your weed or smoking someone's dick and actually get the point across. Because, I mean, dude, you're literally cracking me the hell up. You can't even call people out and actually get the pinpoint down because first, you don't have facts before actually proving them because, Feck, I mean, there's a lot of things I could say about you personally that would probably piss you off to go to another live stream to get you all riled up. And one of those things is being a drama person because, Feck, I know you love starting drama. That's your whole expertise there. That's your way to go at things. You know, after me, Devin, and Iceman kicked you out, it's actually been peaceful. And then you had the nerve to actually put Gangster's name in that video, which I found hilarious as shit because Gangster pretty much told you like it was, and then you get mad at Gangster now. So, let me get this straight here. You get mad at Gangster for telling the truth, just like you get mad at me for telling the truth. You get mad at Broski for telling the truth. You get mad at Iceman for telling the truth. I mean, dude, you sound like a little baby that needs to go back to mommy and get some milk. I'm just shooting the barrel where I see it. I mean, Feck, here's the whole persona behind this. If you're going to actually call somebody out, make sure you actually have proof. Because, Feck, I do know that you are the ones behind the fake accounts. And it's proving obvious because Iceman has sent screenshots basically telling you to leave him alone, and you don't know what the word leave people alone means. You don't even know what that means. And that's coming from a guy that you want to say that you're not about the drama life, but here you are going on Iceman's channel harassing him and saying, oh, that's not a wrestling show. This is not wrestling. Dude, people like you know, and this is coming from a guy that thought he knew about wrestling until I actually joined the business. You don't know anything about wrestling as a wrestling fan until you actually get the chance to actually join the business. When you join the business, it's a whole lot different than the eFed world. You don't have people handing you out stuff. You don't have people handing you out championships. In fact, you are the world's worst at asking for titles. Your character is a power-hungry guy. I know you, Feck, and you're going to get mad. You're going to go back and tell everybody all not to come to my company. That's fine, but be a hater. That's what I want you to be, because at the fact of the matter is, I love haters just like I love my fans. But the two main difference between my fans and haters, my fans supported me since day one and they showed love. But my haters, they always show hate because they know that I have them right where I want them, including you. Now, this is where it gets interesting. It's funny how you sit there and talk about things and say that. And here's the world's worst. You know, Feck, we know that's you as Gabriel. So you can't literally say that this is not you. So, coming in on the live stream, talking about this, talking about that, talking about this, yada, yada, yada. You know, it's kind of funny coming from a guy that, you know, like I said before, you say you're not drama, but here you are calling people out and trying to stir things up. I love people like you, Feck, because people like you make things interesting, because I know how to stay positive in terminologies than you could actually throw negative comments about me. Because I know how Feck works. You know, let's go back in history here, shall we? Let's go back to tell the true story about how before Tyler Black passed away. Let's go about this, Feck. How you was supposed to be his loyal guy. Then what did you do, Feck? You turned your back on him. Typical Feck. You turned your back on him. In fact, you know the difference between in character and out of character? Actually, you don't, because you've never been in the real wrestling business. And pretty much you're dumber than a bag of bricks. And, you know, it's funny how you try to do your little video and you're probably going to delete it because that's how Feck is. You don't want Broski to find out, because if Broski finds out, then you're going to get heat from Broski. And we already know how that road's going to go down, Feck. We already know how that road's going to go down. Broski's going to put you in his place. He's going to make you cry, just like, by the way, your friend Aaron. And I got a story to tell about this. You know, since you and Aaron are such great friends, right? I got a story to tell everybody here on my live channel about this. And you know what? I hope Kevin Tate's listening. Kevin Tate, you're right about one thing about Aaron. He is a fake phony. I'll give you credit for that. But the fact of the matter is this, Aaron. Kevin Tate made you cry. I got Iceman that can come on here and say the exact same thing. He made you cry before, dude. And you're sitting right here and trying to be the big shot, trying to bully everybody here on YouTube, trying to bully Iceman because he picked true friendship over some fake-ass phony people. And I'm just going to lay it straight down where everybody can understand. You know, I'm to the point, I am 30 years old. I don't have time for your guys' drama or your negativity or your narcissistic behavior. That's the difference between me and you guys. You guys want to try to find a way to come back to the show because you guys know that you're on the burnt list. You can't come back. You're forever banned and no longer welcomed. That's the thing. You guys used to be a part of this train, but guess what? The train's pulled out of the station. Now you're crying to the ticket master, wondering why you can't get back on that train. Here's how life works. Let me break it down for you stupid idiots to understand. I mean, man, I'm going to have to be like a Jim Cornette and call these bunch of assholes a Vince Russo before it's over. Here's where I see things, and here's where it is most contrary to the partnership program. Ever since me and Devin has made this partnership program, we made this to where it was not drama, and we succeeded. There is no drama in our companies. We made it to where you could actually have fun with your character, say what you want to say, express yourself. And the thing is about that, you got people that loves to try to get in the middle of things, loves trying to start drama just like you, Feck. And, you know, Feck, you can't lie about stuff. You can't sit here and try to say that you're better than everybody because you're not. Now, getting my mind off you because, Feck, you are the last person. You're pretty much like Vince Russo to my Jim Cornette. If you actually watch wrestling, you would understand the rivalry. So you're pretty much more like a scumbag, which pretty much sums it up, a bunch of dumbasses. And you know, Iceman had a good point about you. You know, you want to put that name Ice Pickle, call it making fun of Iceman. You know what the funniest thing is, Feck? Can you come up with something better next time before you actually call somebody out like Iceman and actually call him Ice Pickle? I mean, that's childish names. That's something a child will do. I mean, I know your IQ is not like your age, but still, at the same point, think of something better. Then come back at us. Because right now, it is proving my point. And my point is, Feck, when you don't get your way, you act like a kid. You throw a tantrum. You want to cry about things. You want to do anything possible to try to break friendships up. I mean, that's a typical Feck. And the same thing is, let's go back talking about this DJ, because I know he's listening. The thing is, Aaron, we used to be cool at one point, but there's one problem. You let bad people cost you your true friendships. You let these bad people toss me and Iceman aside because you wanted to listen to them instead of listen to what we had. We would have kept you safe, but no, you wanted to talk about Broski's girlfriend. What did that get you? Let me tell you, it got you so far that Broski's going to kick your ass. I mean, let's tell the truth here. Let's expose a bunch of people in line here. Let's tell the truth. Let's not hide things to try to make me or Broski look bad like we the bad guys. But now let's share the light with people that needs to understand and know the difference between the real you versus the fake you. I've sat back and been quiet, but now I'm putting everybody on my radar. Now, same guy, Aaron. I mean, here's the thing. You talk about being cousins with Ron Upchurch. Talking about being cousins with Jelly Roll. Well, here's the difference, dude. You literally had to use somebody else's credits and say that you're family members with them, but when we actually message Ron Upchurch, like I've said it before and like I'll say it again, he don't even know who the hell you are. So, I mean, there's number 2 lie. That's 2 lies you told us. That's 2 lies in the row right there. Then, you know, Ricky Armstrong had a good point about you that I'm going to make. Why would I be friends with somebody that wants to threaten people and show their toxicity? You know, I give Ricky Armstrong one credit about this. Ricky Armstrong actually helped me see the light about you, Aaron, because the fact of the matter is you sit there on a knot on the lock making fun of people, making fun of people's disabilities, making fun of people constantly, and you don't think of the repercussions to come. You see, I'm the different CJ. The CJ that you knew that didn't want to say anything, this is the new CJ. Welcome to the new club. Welcome to the new era of violence. Because here's the facts of life. And King, I forgot about you, you stupid idiot. You go around here thinking you're big and bad, but in reality, we know how you work. The fact of the matter is, Feck, you, King, and Aaron remind me so much of this of Vince Russo. It ain't funny. Always want to try to pick on a Jim Cornette. Always want to try to ramp up and try to make yourself look good when we already know, as in Jim Cornette's words, it's a bunch of fake ass bullshit. Here's the problem, Feck. Next time you want to call out Gangster, next time you want to call out me, next time you want to call out Iceman, next time you want to call out Devin, mentioning ONW, make sure you actually say the names. Don't be afraid to say Gangster's name or Devin's name in general. Next time you want to talk about those two, make sure you get some balls behind that voice. Because apparently your balls is dropped in Aaron's purse and more King's purse. Maybe you guys should join what we already know what King loves, which I'm not going to say because, like I said, I'm better than you guys. And that's why you guys come to the channel. That's why you guys watch the product, because you're hooked on something that's getting better and you can't stand it. Don't worry. Next chapter's coming. Season 3 coming out. Stay tuned. And by the way, for those or Jey Uso fans, you can give a yeet. For those that's against us, I give you in the words of Chris Jericho, you just made the list.